Genesis 11. God turned their language into Babble. At one time, the whole earth spoke the same language. If so, happened that as they moved out to the east, they came upon a plain in the land of Shinar and settled down. They said to one another, "Come, let's make bricks and fire them well." They used bricks for stone and tar for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let's build ourselves a city and a tower that reaches heaven. Let's make ourselves famous so we won't be scattered here and there across the earth." God came down to look over the city and the tower those people had built. God took one look and said, "One people, one language." Why, this is the first step. No telling what they'll come up with next. They'll stop at nothing. Come, we'll go down and garble their speech so they won't understand each other. Then God scattered them from all over the world, and they had quit building the city. That's how it came to be called Babel, because their God turned their language into Babel. From there, God scattered them all over the world. This is the story of Shem. When Shem was 100 years old, he and Arpad, he had Arpad. It was only 2 years after the flood. After he had Arpad, he lived another 500 years and had other sons and daughters. When Arpad was 35 years old, he had Shelah. After Arpad had Shelah, he lived another 403 years and had more sons and daughters. When Shelah was 30 years old, he had Eber. After Shelah had Eber, he lived in 403 years and had other sons and daughters. When Eber was 34 years old, he had Peleg. After Eber had Peleg, he lived 430 more years and had other sons and daughters. When Peleg was 30 years old, he had Reu. After he had Reu, he lived 209 years more and had other sons and daughters. Let's see. When Reu was 32 years old, he had Sharik. After Reu had Sharik, he lived 207 years more and had other sons and daughters. When Sharig was 30 years old, he had Nabal. After Sharig had Nabal, he lived 200 more years and had other sons and daughters. When Nahar was 29 years old, he had Terah. After Nahar had Terah, he lived 119 more years and had other sons and daughters. When Tar was 77 years old, he had Abram. Nabar and Haran. The family tree of Tareh. This is the story of Tahar. Tahar had Abram, Nabar, and Haran. Haran had a lot. Haran died before his father Tahar in the country of his family. You're of the Chaldees. Abram and Nahar each got married. Abram's wife was Sarah. Nahar's wife was Milcah, the daughter of his brother Haran. Haran had two daughters, Milcah and Iscah. Sarah was barren. She had no children. Tahar took his son Abram, his grandson Lot, Haran's son, and Sarah is his daughter-in-law. His sons Abram's wife, and set out with them from Ur of the Chaldees for the land of Canaan. But when they got as far as Haran, they settled down there. Terah lived 205 years. He died in Haran. Thank you for listening to me as I read this chapter tonight. Thank you for sticking with me as I go through these chapters of the Bible. It will take me a little bit because it's a little hard for me to read. But I am meant to do this. Thank you again, and God bless.